Huh? My inevitable victory and you.
Oh. Jeez. Huh? You can't eat. Achievement's been achieved. Alright, I think I'll be right back. I'll figure something out from there.
McDonald's, Taco Bell, KFC. These are some of the same brands that have dominated the fast food industry ever since I was a little boy. Until this day, they still seem to be everybody's go-to spot. But recently, it's come to my attention that a bunch of unknown fast food chains exist that barely anybody's even heard of. And the fun part is, they might be better than the big dogs. That's why I've spent the last few days creating a list of these unknown fast food establishments, and we'll be eating at them all just to answer one simple question. Have we been eating at the wrong fast food chains our entire lives? Welcome everyone to unknown fast food restaurant number 1, Beefaroo. Y'all, I cannot believe this is a real place. And from the looks of things, it's completely empty, which does fit the theme of this video, but is slightly concerning for the chances of me getting food poisoning. Beefaroo was started in Rockford, Illinois, and only has 20 locations across the US. The signature item here is their roast beef sandwich, which makes them most comparable to fast food giant Arby's. But the biggest difference is, Arby's has over 3,300 locations across the US. What's even crazier to think about is despite having all of those locations, Arby's is kind of irrelevant now. In fact, back in 2024, multiple Arby's franchisees had to file for bankruptcy due to disappointing sales. So the question is, do people just not like the roast beef sandwiches? Or is Arby's just bad and nobody's heard of Beefaroo? Let's check out this drive-thru. As I pulled up, I was surprised to see how many other food options were also available. Along with their roast beef sandwich, Beefaroo also sells burgers, chicken sandwiches, and milkshakes. I'll do a roast beef sandwich meal, please. And then for the fries, is it possible to get the cheddar fries?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you very much, man. You too. Beefaroo has been acquired. Gotta find a place to park. The place is empty, so there's a lot of them. So this is kind of crazy. Turns out Beefaroo has been around since 1967. What? How long has Arby's been around? Arby's was founded in 1964 by brothers Forrest and Leroy Raffle. Okay, only a 3-year difference, but Arby's did come first. All right, let's see how good this roast beef sandwich looks. Okay, pretty standard packaging. I also got some cheese fries, which low-key kind of making a mess in my car, but bam. Literally just looks like they melted a Kraft single on this. All right, so it's a little messy, but you guys let me know if this looks better or worse than Arby's. One thing I do appreciate though is they didn't skimp on the roast beef. Clearly, it's like oozing out of this thing. Now before I dig in, just as an FYI, I'll be judging every restaurant today based on the taste, the price, and of course, the speed. I'm pretty sure those are the 3 biggest reasons people love the major chains, so I feel like that's a fair criteria. With that being said, it did take quite a while to get my food, but you know what? Maybe it'll be so good that it's worth the wait. Let's dig in. Okay. You know, I'm honestly not not the biggest fan of roast beef sandwiches, especially not a roast beef sandwich at, I think it's 11 a.m. right now, but this is pretty good. The roast beef is a lot more tender than I expected. It actually has a good amount of salt, and the bread, nice and soft. Overall, a pretty good roast beef sandwich. Now let's try these fries. Arby's is known for their curly fries, which low-key, those are elite. I don't think these will be better than the curly fries since it's just a regular flimsy fry with a Kraft single on it, but yep, that tastes just about as good as it looks. The roast beef sandwich was pretty good. The fries, kind of mid. Now, as for prices, a roast beef combo meal at Arby's comes out to roughly $10.27, which is cheaper than a combo meal at Beefaroo. With that in mind, it's time to decide if Beefaroo is better than its Big Dog counterpart. Also, before anyone says I can't make an accurate comparison because I'm not eating at both restaurants back to back, this is my video. I make all the rules. What you gonna do about it? Just kidding. I actually went to all of the famous chains yesterday and felt terrible after. So I do have references. This might be because I don't really like roast beef sandwiches in the first place, but considering it took quite a bit of time to get my food and it was more expensive, unfortunately, Beefaroo is not better than the Big Dog. On to the
Arby's. They've got the bees. Food. Food, food, food. Food, food, food.
All right, friends, we've officially made it to the next spot. And let me tell you, when I found out about this place, I thought it was going to be one of those cheap knockoff restaurants.
They're
but apparently
Arby's.
it's
They're not just
I know everyone's obviously heard
one
of
particular
Lane's
person's
Chicken
bees.
Fingers.
They're
What have you heard
Arby's.
of?
All
Lane's
ours.
Chicken fingers. Lane's, Canes.
They're
That's
Arby's.
Lane.
They're Arby's.
I'm sorry, that was...
And those are
Now, according to my
Arby's.
research, along with having very similar names, Canes and Lanes also have very similar menus.
Lanes.
But in case anyone doesn't trust that this place isn't
Canes.
just a knockoff because of all of the similarities, get this. Lanes was established first. Unfortunately,
Oh.
they only have 24 locations total compared to Canes'
Are there two in Utah?
worldwide. But I think what surprised me the most when I pulled up is how packed this
Put the
parking
bees
lot is.
back.
Lanes may not
No.
be a big global chain, but
They
anyone
have
in
the bees.
Lewisville, Texas is a very big fan. Maybe I will be too. What the? Warning, Lane's Chicken Fingers contains concentrated amounts of flavor. Oh.
Already better than
Oh, that's
Keen's.
funny. And oh, hey, they deliver on DoorDash. I made my way inside, and as I said before, Lane's and Cane's nearly have identical menus with their chicken tender combos, chicken sandwich options, and
I mean,
packs.
chicken
However,
tenders are
I've
chicken
noticed that
tenders.
Lane's has one or two things that sets them apart. For here? Awesome, thank you. Is this better than Cane's?
Yes, I
Ooh,
did.
Okay, sweet.
Ooh, look at the
I know
food.
this is still a fast food restaurant, but this place is crazy nice. First off, they bring me my food.
Here,
Big
here's
fan of
some
that.
food.
Secondly, the total for my order, which is a full meal, fries, chicken, drink, under $11, which is literally cheaper than the
Yeah,
exact
here's
same
some
meal at
food,
Cane's.
bro.
This cup is
I'm
diabetic.
telling ya.
It says giving the finger since 1994. The finger to who? Cane's? Some beef? Is there some chicken going on?
Oh, here's
I'm
some
sorry.
food,
that was-
burb.
I'm making
Do
horrible
it.
jokes today. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Excuse me. This looks and smells delicious. This might sound stupid, but my favorite thing at Cane's is their Texas toast. Lane's might do it better. Oh my gosh. It's crispy. The edges are still soft though. Oh my lord. Have y'all ever seen a better looking piece of toast? than
Yeah,
Lane's?
the Cane's
biggest
toast is always
difference
like,
between
meh.
Cane's and Lane's is the fact that Lane's actually offers a multiple different sauces. One of
Ooh.
these is Lane's signature sauce, and the other one is a jalapeno ranch. I love Cane's sauce as much as the next guy. However, it is nice to have multiple options. Another
Yeah.
major difference between the two restaurants is that Lane's has a hot chicken tender option for spicy food lovers like me. Let's dig in. I don't know which sauce is which, but I don't think it'll be hard to tell the difference. Oh, but let me tell you, that right there is a good chicken tender. I did dip into the jalapeno ranch, so that mixed with the spicy chicken has a little bit of a kick. Let me try this without the sauce. Okay, that confirms
It looks juicy.
If you've ever
It
had
does.
Cane's, you will know that their chicken without the sauce, honestly, not even edible. This piece of chicken, however, actually has some flavor. The chicken's not super dry. The crust has that spice. Very nice. It's salted well. Very
Spice.
big fan. I think this is the actual Lane sauce. I'm curious if it's better than Cane's sauce. What's funny is the sauces are actually very similar, but the fact that Lane's has multiple options clearly gives it an edge. I love me some bread. This is a perfect piece of bread. I definitely ate way too much considering the fact that I have way more fast food spots to hit, but that's okay since that was yummy.
What's the verdict?
I ate way too much. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think it's
What'd
very
you order,
obvious
Burb?
Based on a multitude of things. Better price, food came out really fast, and the chicken was actually good. Lane's is clearly an underrated fast food chain, and it's way better than the Big Dog Raising Cane's. Back on the road.
Well, I guess if you're ever in Texas or Utah, you could go to Lane's instead of Kane.
About all of these restaurants is despite the fact that they're all unknown, almost all of them are available on DoorDash, which is very convenient since that's the sponsor of today's video. It's amazing that we live in a world where you can get anything you need when you're short on time and need something very fast food version of a Cracker Barrel. And yes, I know Cracker Barrel is low-key going downhill lately. Hopefully this place isn't following the same trend. Welcome
What did you order? What did you order? You must tell us because we need to know.
Specializes in Southern comfort food. There's only 22 locations spread out across 6 states, and what's crazy about that is, I'm pretty sure there was one of these in the town that I grew up in, but I've never actually been. Maybe I've been missing out on something my entire life. We'll see. They also have a drive-through, so I can get back in my car and order from there.
What you order, Burb? What's for delicious
So the menu here at
food?
Brandy's might be the most confusing one to me so far, along with selling.
Wait, they have
6
country
southern
fried
dishes,
steak?
chicken fried steak, and pot roast plate.
Chicken
They
fried
also
steak,
sell
country
full
fried steak.
chicken meals. So I guess you can say this place is also comparable to KFC or Popeyes. But since I'm in the mood for some
Nation's
southern
Hamburger? It's
food,
probably
let's
just
again.
Denny's Burgers or
Thank
IHOP.
you so much.
Probably IHOP Burger.
Thank you. Wow, that was fast.
They just call Nation's Hamburger.
You have a good one.
Like, honestly, look very closely at, like,
My fast food Cracker Barrel
anything
has
that's
been
like,
acquired.
oh, I've never heard of this
To be
before.
honest, there's
Look at their
something
pictures,
strange about
then go to IHOP.
Southern comfort
Oh, it's not a ghost kitchen?
very
It's
fast.
not?
Since normally it's
Some of them say they aren't,
you know,
but they still are.
the Southern love to penetrate the food.
What?
To keep things simple, I ordered a country fried steak along with mashed potatoes and green beans. Classic Southern meal. Ooh, it's hot. So, let's see what fast Southern comfort food looks like. Oh God. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is the first meal I don't want to eat. I grew up in Texas, so I know what gravy's supposed to look like. It's not supposed
For some
to
reason,
look
they
like
all seem
this.
to be
It's
located
literally
in the
just
Bay
like,
Area.
I don't want to eat this.
It's
The
disc.
gravy is literally just like mud water. Oh my God.
It
First
looks-
off, there is
It does look
zero
worse than a banquet meal.
mush of any kind as I'm cutting into this. It's just kind of like
It's soggy.
mush. It does look fully cooked, but I do think this is the closest I've ever been to potentially getting food poisoning on this channel. I'm not swallowing that.
No bad, he's not even
That,
swallowing.
That's awful. First off, it's extremely bland. There's like no salt, no pepper. The texture.
Wow, no salt or
I don't know how
pepper?
to explain this. It's kind of like mush, yeah. And don't even get me started on the gravy. It was like a weird temperature, first off. And the fact that it's just like pure liquid is so off-putting. Unfortunately, I am not a fan of Grandy's at all. I do not think fast Southern comfort food should exist. Sorry, this is not better than any Big Dog. Unfortunately, that was one of the most disappointing bites of food I've had in a very long time, which makes me a little nervous about the next unknown fast food spot, since I love the mainstream version of the chain.
He got country fried steak.
At the Taco Casa.
Oh, Floofy, no, he still hasn't. Oh, he got something called National Burger,
like an unknown
but-
food chain. However, they only
Yeah.
have 103 locations
Located in the Bay Area and a few in Central Valley.
Are in
Huh.
Texas, which means the rest of the
Or
country
Nation's
has
Burger.
no idea this place exists. Taco Casa is a fast food Mexican chain most similar to Taco Bell. It was founded about 10 years after Taco Bell.
Burger and a slice of
comparing
pecan
these two
pie.
places would be very hard for me because if you've been a viewer for a while, you know I love Taco Bell. These two chains are so similar that back in the 1970s, they basically had the exact same menu. While Taco Bell innovated and created things like Crunch Wraps and the Dorito Locos Tacos,
Doritos
Taco
Locos
Casa
Tacos.
has
Doritos
always
Locos
strayed away
Tacos.
from their original menu. Which leads me to my question, which is better, the Bell or the Casa? I'm gonna go through the drive-thru. I placed my order, and while I waited for my food,